sign the ketubah. So the ketubah, there's a beautiful ketubah, and you know that what the ketubah has in it are the promises between a Jewish husband and a Jewish wife to her husband. It's written in Aramaic, which is the language of our forefathers. Now, a ketubah, by tradition, is supposed to be written the day of the wedding. So the way that we manage that is that in the writing of this ketubah, we have left one of the letters incomplete. So I'm going to complete that letter. So what you see now actually here is blank. And now this is going to be a magic Harry Potter moment. I'm going to fill in that word. The word is Vikanina. Find it again. Easy, because all I have to do is make the okay. Now you have a ketubah. See magic. Okay. Now, the ketubah right at this moment has to be purchased by Simon, because in front of witnesses here, because Simon is giving this away under the chuppah. So in order to do that, we're going to have a purchase ceremony. This is called Kinyan Sudar, and in here, we're going to, so if you'll just stand up for 1 second, Simon. So you now have the option of owning this ketubah or owning this beautiful Crystal Plaza napkin. So I want you to hold this, pull up towards you, and tell me which do you prefer to own? The ketubah, good. And now Simon has tied the knot, so there's no going back on anything here. So now that Simon owns the ketubah, we now have the opportunity for the witnesses to come forward and sign. So we have two witnesses, and who will they be?
Bobby and Sandy.
Sandy?
Okay, so who's
Where's
going
Sandy?
first?
It's right here.
Okay.
Oh, Sandy's here.
So who do you want first?
Go ahead, Bobby. Start it off.
Respect for his elders.
Bobby.
Okay.
Bobby's the man.
Right, so well,
They have
you're
very
going to be
similar last
signing.
names.
So you have from here to here to sign.
Okay.
This is your line.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're going to write your name, print your name, and then sign your name in English.
So he writes his name in Hebrew.
Yeah, right
Right
there.
here.
And then print and
Does he
sign.
need to write his father's name?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I know.
has his full name.
The witness,
He's ready.
all over here.
Two witnesses.
No, print it, and
Yeah,
then next to
print it
my
and
print,
then
sign it.
Yeah, so you're just going to copy that onto the
Hold on, this.
That's your job. I can't sign your name.
I can sign it in English.
Oh, man, there's a lot of pressure. No, you want to
Bring
hold?
his tax returns too. I already got my cash.
Am I doing it in script?
Whatever you want.
Wherever you want.
But just know that this is going to hang on your wall forever.
So make sure that
That's
you do it
good
nice
handwriting.
and neat, yes.
Doing good.
Is the pen writing wrong?
Yes, it is.
And it's
It feels like a
Got
pencil.
special pen.
perfect. Who knew that this would be longer than the ceremony?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't run out of space.
Good job.
All
All right,
right,
that looks good.
perfect.
So now do
You're
the
in
witness.
witness line. now.
This
That's
one.
pretty
So
good.
you can print and then sign.
Oh, wow. That's great handwriting. Mine's going to be horrendous.
This is a beautiful picture.
From Israel.
Wow.
This handwriting was amazing. They are on the shuttle?
He asked me to write his name for him.
Even for the ketubah, they couldn't do it.
Ima, תסביר.
שמעון בן בר.
טוב, הם לא ידעו שהיא כתובה עכשיו.
All right, so you're gonna, if you'll print your name and then write your name here. We have two
Right here.
Take a picture of Sandy.
I feel like need a press pass. With all the flashes.
That's it, Maya. Simon, you are married. The rabbi signing, and you're out.
No,
We can finish. We can finish now the ceremony.
So now you're gonna
Hi, friend. Let it out.
Crying?
sign it. So just print your name.
So I have like officially I'm like Solomon Benzine. Should I write it how
Yeah.
it's
Write however you want.
official?
Right, so and you're putting here your maiden name.
Maiden name. So Solomon and Zara.
So same
Yeah.
way, like write it and then sign it.
Print and then sign.
Please. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's helping.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, my handwriting is horrendous.
It's okay. You're the only one that will see it.
And your children.
And you-
Yeah.
It's not even, yeah, it's not even going down easy.
And is that your shot?
What?
Is that your shot?
No, I didn't order.
Sorry? Oh, yes. It's a beautiful ketubah.
So the last thing that we have to do here is what's called bedecken. So we know the story in the Bible about how when Jacob found himself in a situation where he fell in love with the beautiful Rachel, but lo and behold, he woke up in the morning and he was with Leah.
Whoa.
So you're going to wind up taking a quick look, make sure that's your bride. Now look at her sister.
I think
Look at her
And just make sure.
I think this is her.
We gotta make sure. So you're affirming this is your bride.
This is my bride.
Okay. So we're gonna, at this time, do a ceremonial lowering of the veil. So if you want to do this part, and then I'll give you something also.
עד נאו, אחותנו את היי לאלפי רבבה, אוי, איזה טובה. ישימך אלוהים כשרה רבקה רחל ולאה. יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאיר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. Amen. Do we read it in English? Maya, may Adonai bless you and protect you. May Adonai show you favor and be gracious to you. May Adonai show you kindness and grant you peace. Amen.
I just don't understand the Hebrew words. You're all trying to tell me. Oh, thank you.
May Adonai bless you and protect you. May Adonai show you favor and be gracious to you. May Adonai show you kindness and grant you peace.
Amen. sped down. Because you sped down. Because you sped down. Oh, he has the key box. Go. Isaac's stealing the show. Look at Kaka.
For the bride was
Look at your sister. Stop.
What do I do now?
Now you just give me her hand. Now you go get her dress. 7 circles.
What is 7 circles? Hold on.
Look at Kaka. Other side. You can let go now. Last one. Just put it down and go up.
can have a seat. Which is the Kiddush cup from your family?
This one.
From yours? And so this one's yours? Just wanted to see which one I'm using first. Bruchim habayim v'shem Adonai berachnuchem mi beit Adonai Baruch haba Chatan dome lemelech Baruch haba Kala doma lemalka Baruch haba b'shem Adonai Baruchim habayim b'shem Adonai Mi adir al hakol Mi baruch al hakol Mi gadol al hakol Hu yivarech echatan v'hakala. May God, who is supreme in power and blessing, bless the groom and the bride. So Maya and Simon, Bruchim habayim, welcome. Welcome home. And I begin by saying welcoming home because our tradition reminds us that the chuppah is really your first home together. This moment is finally here, after all the excitement, after all the planning, after all the family and friends have gathered from near and far, and Bruchim habayim lekulam shehigiu me'eretz hakodesh, from Israel, gathered from all around to be here. It's the moment of your wedding, and more important, the beginning of your marriage. It must have been a moment like this that Shlomo HaMelech, that Solomon, had in mind when he joyfully wrote, Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismecha bo, that this is the kind of moment of joy and celebration that only God who could have created. And so we are here to rejoice. And this really is a joyous moment for everyone. I hope both of you know how happy I am to be with you today, how happy I am to have the chance to have come to know you in our meetings together, and also through the eyes and the thoughts of some of your family and some of your friends. You might know that there is a tradition in the Sephardic community that welcomes you under the chuppah with some words that I just chanted. About Simon, we sang, Chatan domeh lemelech, that at the moment of a wedding, a groom is like a king.
That's right.
Stately and handsome. And about Maya, we sang, Kala doma lemalka, that at the moment of a wedding, a bride is as beautiful as a queen.
Yes,
And our tradition understood that that's not only because of how handsome Simon looks and how beautiful Maya looks, but it's also because of the joy that you feel deep inside of you, that comes from inside of you and comes to be shown at this moment. So all of us who are standing here under the chuppah, we have a wonderful view of the king and the queen, but maybe you'll just turn around for a minute and greet your friends and family. So if you have your cameras, this is a moment to take a picture. And in a minute, they're gonna be turning around. All right, that's it, you missed your chance. So the joy
Stop touching.
that we feel is unique. The rabbis use two different words for it. In the ceremony, we'll talk about Gila and Rina. Gila is used to describe the joy between the two of you. And Rina, to celebrate the joy of being surrounded by family and friends and the people that know you the best and who love you the most. So Maya, you're here with your mom Malka, your sister Karen, your brother Gilad, and even though she wasn't able to make the trip from Bnei Brak in Israel, I know that your Savta Bluma
Yeah.
is really here with us. I think you spoke to her a little bit earlier today. And you're surrounded by friends who have known you for so long. And Simon, you're here with your mom Laura, your dad Julius, your brother Eric, your twin sister Sarah, as well as this core group of your close friends, Matt and Josh and Steve and Anthony and Z and Steve and Chris and Mike. I hope we got them all. And these friends who have really known you for such a long time and have been part of your life and really are here to celebrate with you. This is also a moment of joy for your parents. So I'd like just to say a word to them. As parents, our tradition reminds us that we have two jobs. The first is to give our children roots, to teach them the joy of Judaism and the wonder of life. And the second is to give our children wings so that they can take what we've taught them into their future together. And as you look at your children, you can see the roots that you have taught them, the love of Jewish tradition, of Jewish life, the centrality of Israel in the life of the Jewish people. You've taught them to live meaningful lives and good lives, and of the importance of being close to family. And now as they stand under the chuppah, you give them their wings. So I'm going to ask you, parents, to please join with me as we recite the Shehechianu prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hikiyanu la'zman hazeh. Amen. I just want to also welcome two more guests under the chuppah, and that is the two Kiddush cups, the three Kiddush cups that we have here. From Maya's family, a Kiddush cup that has been with her family for many years, been used in many simchas. And from Simon's family, a Kiddush cup that belonged to your grandfather, who was remembered as a strong and amazing person. And we also have with us a tallit that was a gift from Maya to Simon, which we'll be using a little bit later on in the ceremony. So we're about to start. We have two parts to our ceremony. The first is the Erusin, in which you will officially become engaged with a cup of wine and the exchange of rings. And the second is the Nisuin, the 7 wedding blessings over a second cup of wine. And we'll conclude with breaking the glass. And in between the first and second, we'll read a little bit from the ketubah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushan mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot ve'asa lanu et ha'arusot v'hitir lanu et ha'nisuot lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael Al Yedei Chuppah V'Kiddushin. So you're going to take a sip. Give it to Maya. She'll take a sip. And we're ready for the rings. Coming up. So Simon, you face Maya first.
Her ring first?
Yes. I'm going to put it on the forks from left hand. And say
Beret.
You have to look at her, you're not married
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Hare,
Hare.
at,
At.
mekudeshet,
Mikudeshet.
li,
Li.
betaba'at,
Betabat.
zau,
Zal.
kedat,
Kadat.
Moshe,
Moshe.
v'Yisrael.
The Israel.
By this ring,
By this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my wife,
as my wife,
according to the laws of Moses
according to the laws of Moses
and the people of Israel.
and the people of Israel.
Now you can move that ring to the correct. And then you have the other ring. Yeah. So you put that same place. And say, Hare Atah,
Hare ata
מקודש לי
mekudash li
בטבעת זו
b'tabat zo
כדת משה וישראל.
kedat Moshe v'Yisrael.
By this ring,
By this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my husband,
husband,
according to the laws of Moses
according to the laws of
and
Moses
the people of Israel.
and the people of Israel.
This finger?
So Maya and Simon, I want to share with you a message that has a few parts. Yes, I wanted to do that. First, I want to say to you to be thankful and to believe in the idea of beshert. That is, that God has planned out a special person for each of us. Now, I can guess that you are both thankful, first of all, for modern technology. You know, it used to be that when people met, they actually had to meet in physical space. But today, most people meet first in cyberspace before they actually meet. And so today you are thankful that it was almost 5 years ago to the day that you first met on
JDate.com.
And Simon, I know that you are thankful that when you went on your first date together to the Wharf Bar and Grill, that Maya was just as interested in the buffalo wings as you were. So what further proof can there be that God had a plan? And Maya, I know that you are thankful for that romantic side of Simon. When on September the 23rd of 2016, he arranged a surprise on the roof of your sister's building, overlooking the skyline of New York, when in front of your mom, your sister, Simon's mom, and Simon's sister, you proposed. Simon proposed and you accepted. And so, for all of this and more, I think that you begin by being thankful. As we say in the Psalms, Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki li'olam chasdo. And the second part of my message is more of something that we have to visualize. My wife and I took a trip to California a number of years ago, and there we visited the Sequoia National Forest. And as you go there, you find a unique tree. And what's unique about it is really two different trees that started with their own roots deep in the ground. They grew parallel to each other, but then as time went on, they grew toward each other. They wrapped around each other, and they became one tree. And the name of this tree is called the Faithful Couple. And I think that this tree holds two ideas about marriage. First is that you each come to this marriage with special roots, with special qualities, things that you need to hold on to. And only then can you begin to grow together. Maya, the people that know you the best and love you the most, what they say about you is you're intelligent, you're smart, you're goal-oriented, you're committed to your studies. It's obvious to all how beautiful you are, and yet how modest. To your mom and your brother, you are loving and helpful and always there for them. To your sister, you are her best friend. And to your friends, you are generous and caring. You have a way of making people around you feel special and unique and important. You're always there to listen and always there for them. You are a source of great advice, and you are fun-loving and funny, and even if you don't know it, a lot of people look up to you. And Simon, when people tell me about you, what they talk about is how talented you are, how smart you are. Growing up, you had what people called a healthy sense of humor, by which they meant that you seemed to spend a lot of time in the principal's office. But that sense of humor is part of you, and it's an essence of you that was there then and is there now. The word people use most about you is loyal. You are loyal to your family. You are loyal to your friends. You have a very special bond with your twin sister. She knows that you were and will always be her protector and always at her side. And she is thankful that she was able to graduate high school and finally go on a date. Your mom admires the young man you've become, and your dad is proud of your many successes. People love your sense of humor, and that they say there's never a dull moment being around you. And so both of you stand under the chuppah with such unique and special roots. And everyone agrees that when they see you together, that you really are b'shert, a match of two people who were meant for one another. Maya, you bring out the best in Simon, and Simon, you really get what Maya is all about. Simon, your love for Maya is right there for all to see. They see it in the way that you look at her. They see it in the way that you listen. They see it in how you always put Maya first. And they see it in just how happy you are. And Maya, your love for Simon is also there for all to see, in the way you look forward to spending every moment with him, in your glances, and in the way that you reach out to always hold his hand. And not only have the two of you found a match in one another, but your families also said that they have already found a match and become one family. In the Torah's book of love poetry, called Shir HaShirim, we find the phrase, Matzati et asher ahava nafshi, I have found my soulmate. And that is what you have found in each other. You share so much, the love of Jewish tradition and Jewish life. You share the love of Israel. You share the love of how important family is. And you share the dream, shared by everyone in both of your families, of raising Jewish children. To them, the more the merrier. Your friends and family all wish you love and happiness as you build upon this life of dreams that you have together and that you will become and continue to grow to become this faithful couple. So Simon, I'm just going to ask you to wear this tallis for the second part of the ceremony, and later on I'm going to put both of you in it. But just for now, you're going to wear it. We begin the second part of the ceremony, which is the 7 wedding blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher yatzart Adam b'tzamo, b'tzelem demut tavnito, v'hitkin lanu minyan adei ad, Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'adam, sameach tesamach, ha'ahurim b'kibutz paneh l'tocha b'simcha, Baruch atah Adonai, mitzameach Tzion b'vaneha, Sameach tesamach re'im ha'ahurim, kesamechecha yitzercha b'gan Eden mikedem, Baruch atah Adonai, mitzameach hatan v'kala, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala, asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala, Gila rina deitza v'chedva ava v'achva v'shalom v'reyut. Gila rina deitza v'chedva ava v'achva v'shalom v'reyut. Me'ira Adonai Eloheinu yishama b'yarei Yehuda ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל ניצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ממשתי נגינתם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה. You'll take a sip.
Take a sip.
Let's see if this goes around both of you.
Yeah. Get close.
I can't reach it.
I got it.
So as part of the tradition of the Sephardim, we wrap the couple together in a talit as we share Birkat Kohanim. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So before we end, I just want to ask you to take one more look at the chuppah. And what you see about a chuppah is you notice that it has no walls and it has no floor. And the idea of a chuppah is to remind us that what we have in life is really right here and right now. It's right in front of you. If you look at the people who surround you here, your family and friends, that is the most important. It is family to love unconditionally. It is community to celebrate with you. It is each other to hold hands with. And if you have these things, then your chuppah is truly a home. At this time, we're going to take the ketubah.
You want to step?
I forgot to give you that envelope.
It's okay. I'll give it to him after. It's heavy.
So I'm just going to read part of this ketubah, and then I'm going to hand it to Simon, and Simon's going to hand it to Maya, and Maya, you're going to take it with both hands, so it shows that it's now, even though he just bought it essentially before, this is now your property. B'echad b'Shabbat, b'shloshim yom l'chodesh Nisan Rosh Chodesh Iyar, Shnat 5,778 לבניית עולם שאנו מונים כאן בליבינגסטון, ניו ג'רזי. איך החתן שמעון יהושע בן יהודה וליבה אמר להדה בתולתא, מאיה רונה בת אורי ומלכה, הווה לאנטו כדת משה וישראל, ואנה אפלק ועוקר ועוזין, ואף הנסתי הליכי כהלכות פרוביים יהודיים, וקנינה מן מר שמעון יהושע בן יהודה וליבה חתן בנן, למרת מאיה רונה בת אורי ומלכה בתול תודה, דכתיב ומפרש לעיל ממענה דקשר וקנינה בי והכל שריר וקיים. So just be careful because it's not together. Yes, I think that. So this is now your property. We're going to put it back.
Give it.
Gilad, put it back. Somebody else take it?
Yeah, just to put it back.
Gilad, just to put it back. No, Gilad.
Take it and put it back. Put it back. You don't have to walk out with it. Okay, this is the thing you're gonna take.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this is the small one.
Yeah.
So we're just about to end the ceremony with the breaking of the glass, and it is a tradition to remind ourselves about Yerushalayim. In our day, we joyously celebrate the 70th anniversary of the State of Israel, and also Yom Yerushalayim, but nevertheless we pray for wholeness and completeness in the world. Im eshkachech Yerushalayim tishkach yemini. Im eshkachech Yerushalayim tishkach yemini. Im lo ya'aleh et Yerushalayim al rosh simchati. Im lo ya'aleh et Yerushalayim al rosh simchati. Now, when he breaks the glass, I want to hear everybody yell Mazel Tov.
Let's hear it for the mother of the bride, Malka Solomon.
Get loud, let's get loud.
Here's Malka.
Turn the music up and hear that sound. Let's get loud, let's get loud.
The groom's parents,
Ain't
Laura
nobody gotta tell you what you gotta
and
do.
Julius Popliansky.
Woo!
The bridal party, Sarah and Alex.
Let's get loud, let's get loud. Turn the music up and hear that sound. Let's get loud.
A big round of applause for Elon and Karen.
Let's get loud, let's get loud.
At this time, everybody stand. I got a feeling we're gonna make a lot of noise tonight for our bride and groom. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. and Mrs. Popliansky.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling.
And ladies and gentlemen, the first dance is called Perfect.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own. And in your eyes, you're holding mine, baby. I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath. You heard it, darling, you look.
At this time, we'd like to invite the bridal party. Parents, friends, family, everybody's invited to join our bridegroom on the dance floor.
I found a man stronger than anyone I know. He shares my dreams. I hope that someday we'll share a home. I found a love.
Heads on a pillow, feet are dangling. The air's so thin. My body is shaking, swaying in the wind. Push me in. I'm on the edge, I'm ready to begin. Breathing deep and slow, losing all control. And all I know is I have to jump, 'cause you are all I really want. There's something just too beautiful about falling for you. I'm falling for you. I open my eyes as you look into mine. I don't feel time, no. You take a breath and close your eyes again. I can't pretend I'm not on the edge, I'm ready to begin. Breathing deep and slow, losing all control. And all I know is I have to jump, 'cause you are all something just too beautiful about falling for you. Ooh, I'm falling for you. Oh, and I'm falling, yeah, falling for you.
This mic was working perfectly. I didn't touch it. When it comes out, it's not my fault. Okay. You have a problem with the
Summer nights and days were long. You and me, we were the only ones. We were holding nothing back from the greatest nights we ever had. Sun lit up the boulevard, driving slow, racing in your car, singing along every night. Must have played that song 100 times. Made of fire, we were lighter than the summer breeze, dancing the records in your bedroom like the 70s. Always on my mind, you ain't the music on my mind, frozen in time. Always on my mind. Feel it all come back in a moment. Record spins to wave up the ocean. So if you wanna come over, the door is open. I'll play it all back in slow motion.
Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen, and Maya is my sister. Let me just start off by saying that I have always felt very proud to say those words. We're 13 months apart in age and 23 New York City blocks apart in distance. While these spaces exist between us, there's no one in my life that I'm closer to. Special shout out to my mom, who loved Maya so much that she just had to have another kid soon after. Was I everything that you wanted and hoped for, Mom? Wait, don't answer that. Anyways, Maya, it's hard to put into words the bond we share, but here goes. And don't worry, Simon, you're next. Our journey together started in beautiful and sunny California. Soon after, we found ourselves in Kentucky, either carelessly rollerblading through the neighborhood with portable yogurts, or sledding down any and every driveway. In 2001, we wound up in New York, experiencing the trials and tribulations that come with a new school, a new town, and new friends. I was comforted by the fact that I had my big sister by my side, and I learned what I still know to be true today. I can get through anything with my big sister by my side. It's not over yet. So much so that Maya and I both wound up at Penn State for college in the same sorority, living on the same floor. Although she was likely upset her younger sister had been following her throughout her life, I know deep down she was happy to have me by her side, right? Again, don't answer that. So here we are in New York City in 2018, and Maya is obviously my built-in best friend. We share the good, the bad, and the ugly. Our love for one another is unconditional. It's completely cutting into each other with insults and cursing each other out about something trivial 1 minute, and after the longest 12 minutes of our lives not speaking, making plans for dinner later that night. It's giving each other a look and knowing what the other is thinking. It's not being able to hide our smirks every single time we walk towards each other. It's walking everywhere in New York City and always being on the phone together. It's stealing each other's clothes and pretending we have no idea what item of clothes is missing. It's showing up at each other's apartments unannounced. It's FaceTiming every single night. It's helping me craft the perfectly worded text to send to that guy that is not waiting to hear from me. It's sharing each other's burdens and getting each other through them. It's a relationship that knows no bounds, one that's always there for you when you need it. My sister is everything to me, and I'm so happy to share her with Simon. I'm thrilled that someone else gets to experience the joy that is having Maya in your life. And now, let's talk about Simon. If Simon here hadn't stumbled upon my sister's incredibly well-crafted J-Day profile 5 years ago, none of us would be here today. Special props to our brother Gilad for being the profile mastermind and therefore truly being the one to lure Simon to Maya and to us. And Simon, to your credit, you have taken my sister's happiness and brought it to a whole other level. You guys are so perfect for each other, and I get to see it when the three of us are together every single day. Which brings me to my next point. At this point in my life, I feel I am deserving of some sort of award that recognizes the time and effort I've put into professionally third-wheeling your relationship. That's right, the PTW award. It's honestly quite astonishing if you think about it. Whether it's our Snapchat group, our text group, our Instagram group, our Facebook Messenger group, our email threads, or our nightly FaceTime sessions, the three of us are constantly communicating. You think you guys have put a lot of time and effort into this 5-year relationship? What about me? I've put in a ton of work into this relationship, a ton. Let me recap for you. Mediator, keeping the peace. Event organizer, planning the fun activities. Food connoisseur, ensuring our bellies are always filled with ramen. Travel coordinator, getting us to and from wherever we need to be. And Maya, I won't even get into the physical, mental, and emotional turmoil that came with being your optometry school guinea pig for 4 years. I can still see the blinding light piercing through my eyes, causing the world's largest headache. Graduation can't come soon enough. 39 days, but who's counting? You've received these free services from me the past 5 years because I love you both so much, but there comes a time when a girl has got to pay the bills. And guess what? Other couples have started noticing and are asking for my services too. Anyways, you're welcome. But back to reality. Simon, the truth is, you've opened up your arms to me, and so has your family. It's truly a testament to what an incredible guy you are. You will be the best husband to Maya and the best father to your future children. I can hardly wait to be the world's coolest aunt and keke to my future nieces and nephews. You've become a part of my life just as you have Maya's. I'm so lucky to be able to officially call you my brother. I'll never forget the memories we've created thus far and the fun that we've had together. Whether we're on a 2-week cruise, eating entirely abnormal amounts of steak, food shopping, talking about my dating life, or watching the latest chick flick, we always have the best time. I've watched your relationship blossom into what it is today and have watched your love grow for one another. If I've learned anything, it's that true love is out there. Simon and Maya, we're here to celebrate the two of you, the most amazing couple. Maya has told me time and time again that she feels her life is too good to be true with Simon in it. She tells me she rushes home to be with him every day and that he's the best thing that has ever happened to her. And I've also heard Simon saying many times, I don't care, it doesn't matter, I just want to marry you, when asked about a small wedding detail. Here we are at your wedding, celebrating the love you two have for each other, celebrating something so rare and special that only the luckiest people are able to find. With that said, I would like everyone to raise their glasses to toast the couple of the evening, Maya and Simon, the bride and groom. I love you both. Cheers, l'chaim. Cheers. Woo! Cheers.
Well, it's just the beginning. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen who don't know me. I'm Julius Poplansky. And I'm father of the groom. She said a beautiful speech, wishing a beautiful thing, but being this room bring me 20 years ago when him and his sister went through this door to the applauses of 300 people on their B'nai Mitzvah. And my father stood right there and wished them happy life, happy marriage, a lot of children, and all the best in the world. Today, both of your grandparents looking at you from the heaven, and they're just happy. You two are born for each other. I don't want to take a long time. Marriage is a difficult thing. You have to love each other, you have to respect each other, you have to do a lot of compromise. And I can wish only one thing: give me as many grandchildren as you have. I love you very much.
Thanks, Ed. Good evening. So, about a week ago, my father called me. It happens to be Simon's father, too. And he said, you have to make a speech at Simon's wedding. And I said, really, Dad, do I really have to? He said, yeah, you have to. So I hung up the phone, and I called Simon. And I asked Simon, I said, Simon, our dad said that I should make a speech. Do you want me to make a speech? Because it's not his wedding, it's your wedding. And Simon said, yes, please do make a speech. And so I just want to tell you that you're asked for this. Okay? This is not unsolicited. When I first saw Simon many years ago, it was at the JFK airport. He was 3 years old. I was a newly minted immigrant from Soviet Latvia. His mother dressed him up in the most ridiculous outfit I've ever seen. It was like a little tuxedo with it was white tuxedo with blue stripes and a bow tie. I mean, why, Laura? Why did you do that? But maybe if you didn't do that, I wouldn't remember it, right? It's these vivid memories, they stick. And so, as I watched Simon grow up from that 3-year-old, still a baby, to an almost adult that he is today, I try to remember some of the things that I witnessed, and the memories that stand out the most are when he was in sort of maybe late middle school, high school. But the problem is they're wildly inappropriate for me to retell them now. So I'm gonna skip those. Sorry. And instead, I'm gonna try to give you guys a few wishes with a few stories. So typically newlyweds, what people wish to newlyweds? Love, right? But that's kind of bullshit, right? I mean, I don't mean to say that love is bullshit. But I mean to say the wishing of love is kind of bullshit because, it's hard to tell what that is exactly. And so I want to get to something more specific. So the first story I'll tell you is when I was in my late 20s, I was a young manager, and I was all excited, and we had some kind of personnel problems at work, and I run into my boss's office. His name was Bob. He was like 67 years old or something. And I said, Bob, we have this problem. He says, stop right there. I don't want to hear your problems. I said, okay, I know. You want to hear solutions, right? You want to hear solutions? He says, no, I don't want to hear solutions. I'm like completely dumbfounded. It's like, what then? He looked at me, he put his hands out, and he said, harmony. I just want harmony. And it took me really many years to understand the value of harmony. And that's my first wish to you. So you have some harmony. But it's kind of easy to say harmony, but how do you do it? So that brings me to my second story. Suppose you and this is a prospective story. So suppose you guys are having some kind of a disagreement. I mean, it never happens in marriage, but just suppose you do. And Maya feels something very strongly about, and Simon, you disagree. And when that happens, let me assure you that you are wrong, Simon, okay? And she is right. So you should just go with that, okay? Just go with that. But there's more. Not only should you go with it, but when you make this decision, you should own it, like it's your own, even though you still disagree with it, okay? Let's call that respect, okay? Let's label that respect, and let's move to the next story. So when I look around, I see some people here that Simon have known for many years. I mean, I don't know, how long would you say? There's some people here you've known since middle school? 20 years, 25 years. That's amazing. That really is amazing. That many years, I think it speaks volumes about you, about your character, all good things. And let's call that friendship, right? And I hope you guys can take that kind of friendship and carry that with you through your marriage. Okay, I'm wrapping it up, promise. It's the last one. Last one is a little tough. So every marriage goes through its ups and downs, right? And sometimes we hit some turbulence along the way, and sometimes you even hurt each other. And so there's this thing that we can call an emotional bank account, okay? Sorry for the banking metaphor, but it's particularly apt. So there's this emotional bank account in marriage, and then every time you hurt each other, you make small withdrawals, right? And you need to replenish that account for obvious reasons. And how do you do that, right? And so you may say, well, you do good deeds for each other. And yeah, that's nice, but it's not quite it. I think the way you replenish it is by forgiveness. You have to learn to forgive. It's hard skill. I haven't quite mastered it myself, but it's worth learning. So that's that. So to recap, the four wishes, so to speak: harmony, respect, friendship, forgiveness. So maybe if you can take that and you can squeeze it in one little ball and take it with you for many years. Maybe that's love, right? Maybe there's more to it, but maybe that's love. And if that's love, then I want to wish you that. I want to wish you the good love and the good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we have a very special dance for Simon and Mom. Because you love me. It is on. Somebody must have unplugged you. Somebody probably unplugged her.
For all the times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you. I'll be forever thankful, baby. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifting me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed I'm everything I am because you love me. You gave me wings and made me fly. You touched my hand, I could touch the sky. I lost my faith, you gave it back to me. You said no star was out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. I had your love, I had it all. I'm grateful for each day you gave me. You love me.
A big round of applause.
You might like the destination, I enjoy the ride. You say you don't like conversation, I know that's a lie. Every time we kiss goodnight, I come alive. Fall asleep to your sweet love that gets me high. We belong together. I never trade you for another. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. When trouble comes, you're next to me.